Hi guys, today I'm here with my winter beauty essentials. We are going to be chatting about all things moisturizing basically, so things for your hair, your face, along with your body. Products that I have really been reaching for a lot and loving, and I totally recommend that you check out if you are feeling the dry winter air as much as I am. Just to give you a little bit of reference, my hair and my body are incredibly dry, and then my face is quite oily, but I've definitely felt, especially since I moved to Toronto, that the air is a lot drier. And it's not that my skin is not oily anymore, but it seems to be a little bit dehydrated. So I have been adding in some moisturizing products that hopefully will be helpful to you, because moisturizing oily skin can be a little bit tricky. Things are too heavy, sometimes they're too light. So hopefully some of these things will help you out, but I've got a ton of products to talk about, so let's get started. Let's kick it off with facial oils. This is something that like 4 years ago I would have never reached for. I did a really bad job moisturizing my skin because it is oily. I kind of had that mindset. It's like, I don't need to moisturize it because it's already like moisturizing itself, but that is not the case. If you do not moisturize oily skin, it can overproduce oil and then you just end up oilier. So I have a whole video on matte moisturizers, which I will link to down below, but I have been loving incorporating these two oils recently into my skincare routine. And this is from Best Damn Beauty, which is Nicole Guerrero's makeup line. She's like a huge YouTuber, but I've really been enjoying this. I mentioned this in my December favorites. It's got a light rose scent. It doesn't feel greasy or gross on your skin. When you wake up the next day, it just feels very hydrated and kind of smells like roses. So if you like that, you'll like that oil. And then, oh god, and then more recently from Clarins, this is their Lotus Face Oil Treatment. This is actually for oily and combination skin. This has a really citrusy lemon scent. Again, a really nice light oil that I like to mix in with my nighttime moisturizer, and it just adds like a little bit of hydration, makes your skin feel really soft. And I feel like since I've added oils into my skincare routine, I've seen a change in my skin. I wouldn't say that it's like not oily at all anymore, and it's still quite oily, but it just feels to be like more balanced, and I've really been enjoying it. Also from Clarins, if you've been watching my videos for any time now, you know that I freaking love Clarins. They make amazing skincare, and they've released a new line for dehydrated skin. So anybody can have dehydrated skin from dry all the way up to oily. It just basically means that your skin is not getting what it needs, even if your skin is producing oil. So this is the Hydra-Essentiel line. This one here is kind of the silky cream formula for normal to dry skin. So I like to use this at night. Then there's also one for incredibly dry skin, which is even thicker. And then there's also a gel, which I need to get my hands on because that will be better for the daytime. But what I really love from this line that is super interesting and is like so watery, which is very different for a serum, it's kind of got like the two levels. It's bi-phase. This is the Intensive Moisture Quenching Bi-Phase Serum. And what I love about this is that it adds moisture to the skin, but it just feels super cooling, really light, almost like water. So if you have oily skin and you hate the feeling of like a heavy moisturizer, because like I have been there trying to add moisture to my skin and it just like sits on your face, this is beautiful. It is so light, absorbs into the skin really, really nicely, and I think it's just such an interesting formula and fabulous for oily skin. Something that has been super hyped up on YouTube for years, I think, is the Mario Badescu facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water, and I totally get why this is so hyped up. Not only does it smell great and it feels great, it just adds a nice little bit of moisture to your skin. So for example, when I woke up this morning, I didn't put on any makeup. I got a shower and put on moisturizer, and then I just sprayed this on my face after. It felt great. I'll spray it on my face when I get home from work. I'll spray it on my face in the middle of the day on a Saturday. Like, it just feels so good. Mario Badescu is also quite affordable when it comes to skincare. A lot of their products, like I think that this one is like, how much did this cost? Like maybe $14 or something like that. And it just feels so good. I feel like I've used it a ton and I'm only just down here. But if you're looking for something to add moisture back into your skin, I wouldn't say that this is like a setting spray. It's definitely more on the skincare side, but it just feels so good and so refreshing. Some other ways that I've been adding moisture back into my skin are these two overnight masks. And I love these because they're really light. They have a gel-like texture, and sometimes I'll actually mix in those facial oils. So the first one I have here is from Vichy, and I don't know why, but I find this so appealing, just like the blue gel in here. But this is something that you basically just put on your skin. It says to like leave it on for 5 minutes and then rub it in, but I just kind of like apply it basically like a moisturizer. It is really lightweight, and it is their mineral hydrating overnight mask. And then another overnight mask that you can track down is the Olay Regenerist Luminous Overnight Mask. It is a gel moisturizer moisturizer. Again, a really light texture. They both feel super fresh. This is actually gigantic. It's got 4.5 fluid ounces in here, so it's a big hefty guy. But if you have oily skin, these are just such a nice way to inject a little bit of moisturizer into your skin without it feeling heavy or greasy, and you just wake up feeling really good and your skin just feels super balanced and hydrated. Something that I've been dabbling in more recently is peels, and I would love to do a whole video on them once I've had some more time to test it out. I think it's going to take like a few months because it's not something that you want to use every day, and it's going to take a little bit of time to see results and that kind of thing. But a peel that I have been loving, and the benefit to these during the winter, especially if you have dry skin, but you're going to need to be careful, of course, is that it just helps make your skin feel more fresh. It gets rid of the dead skin, any dead layers that you have there, and you're starting over with better skin that's going to be more able to easily absorb the other skincare products that you're putting on. So this is from Rodial, which is now available at Shoppers Drug Mart. If you live in Canada, they've got a little display of their skincare. None of the makeup yet, I don't think, but this is their Super Acids Extreme Rush Peel. It's got a whole bunch of acids in here: glycolic, lactic, probiotic technology, fruit acids, and peels can sound very, very scary. Your face does not peel off. It basically goes on like a moisturizer. You wash it off after like 10 minutes, and it will help not only make your skin feel softer, but it can also help get rid of any acne scarring, dark spots, and any of that kind of stuff that you want to get off your face. I have 3 lip balms that I absolutely love, and I cannot find them anywhere. 2 of them I keep beside my bed. Another one kind of rotates between purses, so that one makes sense to be missing, but I'll tell you what they are anyways, even though I won't like have them to physically show you. But the Best Damn Beauty Rose Mask is something I have mentioned before. It is a lip mask. I put it on at night. I wake up the next day and my lips still feel hydrated. It is still on my lips, and I just love that. The Nuxe Rêve de Miel, that again is like a honey lip balm. I'll put it on at night, and in the morning time my lips do feel quite hydrated. That one, however, does have kind of like grainy bits in there, so it kind of exfoliates. Not something I really wear during the day, but at night it's perfect. And if you're looking for something light during the day, I love the Smith's Rosebud Salve. That saved my life when I was on Accutane. It is so moisturizing. It's got a nice gel texture, but if you don't like rose scents, it does smell like rose. But it really, really did help to keep my lips moisturized when they were dry and cracking. And sometimes you can put on chapsticks and stuff like that, and they just don't really do anything. It just kind of like sits on top. But I really do feel like that helped to hydrate my lips. And then of course, if you do have dryness on your lips, any flakiness, a lip exfoliator always comes in handy. This one from e.l.f. is like a classic. It's $3, I think. So their sugar lip scrub, you can keep one in your bag, one on your vanity, one in your car, and that's going to cost you like $9. But it just comes in a lipstick format, which makes it so incredibly easy to use. There's a ton of sugar in there. It is a little bit rough, but in the sense that it's going to actually take away any dead skin, especially if you're wearing things like liquid lipsticks or any kind of matte lipsticks. There's nothing worse than trying to put on something like that over like your crusty, gross lips. So I recommend using something like this, especially when you get out of the shower and your lips are feeling nice and soft, and then that way you can go in and the skin is going to be a little bit softer and you'll really be able to get rid of the dead skin, and then of course follow up with a lip balm. I have one makeup item that I want to mention. With the exception of like darker lips, I don't really reach for anything different in the winter in the way of makeup than I do in the summertime. Maybe in the summer I'm reaching for more mattifying powders and stuff like that, but I do want to mention the Body Shop Lightening Drops, because if you've got a foundation that you purchased in the summer that matched your summer skin and now you've lost that tan and you're like, do I need to go buy this foundation again? These drops really come in handy. For me, I find myself reaching for the Honey Bronze Drops more often because I'm trying to warm up foundations, but these are nice for lightening foundations. I don't find they change the undertone too much. I don't really like the darkening drops in this line. I find them a little too cool toned. I've got a full review on them, which I will link to down below. But this is really nice to have if you have foundations that you want to match your lighter skin tone, or if you just have a quite fair skin tone in general. These are great to mix in, and you could even like put them under your eyes to brighten and that kind of thing. I have 2 products for the hair that I want to mention. The first is a leave-in conditioner. My hair is dry all year round, but even more so in the wintertime. This one is new to me. It's from the brand Novex, and this is a curly hair line, which I have really been enjoying. I've tried their shampoo, conditioner, leave-in, or not their leave-in, well this is their leave-in, but I've also tried their hair mask. This is the leave-in conditioner. It's meant to keep curls deeply hydrated, detangled with a luminous shine. My hair almost never shines. It's just not a thing it does, but I have been really liking this. They're actually selling this at Ulta now. It should be available at Walmart as well in the States. I'm sorry, Canada. But you get a ton of product in here, 500 grams, and it's a nice thick leave-in conditioner because for me, I can literally put like olive oil in my hair and it just like drinks it up. So if you have really dry hair, really curly hair, coarse, anything like that, chemically treated, this is going to be really good for you. If you have thinner hair, this is probably going to be a bit on the thick side, but for me, it is perfect. And then from the brand Curl Keeper, which is Canadian, super exciting. They make amazing products for curly hair. This is the hairspray in a cream form. It is the Tweak. So basically they talk about how things like hairsprays in an aerosol can just are not good for curly hair, but of course we do want to manage it, keep it sleek, keep something in place, that kind of thing. So this is basically that in an aerosol form, but now in a cream form, hence the name hairspray in a cream form. I wear my hair in a lot of buns, a lot of second, third day, fourth day hair, and this does a great job just kind of like slicking things back, keeping things in place. I'll mostly wear this when my hair is up, but I do put it in my hair sometimes if I want the curl to be a little bit more structured, and it does a great job. I've been incredibly impressed with everything I've tried from the Curl Keeper line, so if you have been looking for some new curly hair stuff, they make amazing things. Moving on to products for the body, the first is this big guy. It is 1 liter but costs $19. Can you believe it? It's a really good deal. So it's the Bioderma Adoderm Ultra Nourishing Anti-Irritation Shower Oil. This is especially great if you have an actual skin condition that leaves your skin feeling itchy. Good for babies all the way up to adults. You can use it on your face as well. I just use it on my body. After I've cleansed my skin, I'll go in with this and just kind of like leave a layer on my skin for like a minute or two while I'm washing my face or brushing my hair or anything like that. It leaves a nice bit of moisture on your skin but doesn't feel oily, doesn't leave your shower slippery or anything like that. I've been trying to like get my boyfriend to use it because I'm like, I'm never getting through this. Like I've had this for like 2 months and I'm down to here. I'm like, can you please use something? But he's like so simple, hates like incorporating anything new into his routine, so I'm gonna have this for like the rest of my life. Also from Bioderma, something you may be surprised to see coming from me and something that I don't know if I've ever mentioned on my channel before, but it is the Photoderm Auto Bronze, the moisturizing tanning spray. And you're like, Samantha, why do you need a tanning spray? But I get pale for me, so I used this about 2 weeks ago when I had my birthday party, and I just was like wearing a dress and I felt like I had like no color on my skin, so this was super simple to spray on. I have no experience with self-tanners, and I just thought that this was so nice. It's great to have something quick in the winter time. I mean, you can obviously go the whole like self-tanning route, but for me it's just kind of like going to be an occasional thing that I want to reach for something just to like spray on my arms if I'm wearing a shirt like this and I'm feeling incredibly pale. But I do really like this, and it doesn't feel drying, it's not streaky, and it's incredibly easy to use for tanning noobs like me. I've got 2 body products from The Body Shop. This is something that I have repurchased at least 3 times. I asked for it every year for Christmas. It is the Mango Body Scrub. It's got mango seed oil in here and it's recommended for very dry skin. I've tried other scrubs from The Body Shop, and I tried like the peach one and something else, and they both had kind of like a lotiony texture with a kind of like a, I don't know if it was like a walnut seed or whatever it was kind of crushed up in there, but this one I love because it is so oily. Like maybe almost too oily, but I love that because my skin is super, super dry. It's got that delicious mango scent. I was in love with the mango body butter for a long time. Obviously started on Satsuma, worked my way up to mango, but this is just so beautiful. Leaves your skin feeling so good. I've never tried a scrub like it before. I find a lot of scrubs are like a little bit more soapy or lotiony, but this one is like straight up oil. It does a great job exfoliating and then leaving your skin super soft. And then from The Body Shop as well, this is in like some limited edition Christmas packaging that they had. But of course, I can't leave out the body butters. This is something I've been addicted to for life. I don't know if it's the same in the United States or even in the rest of Canada, but for me, my friends and I, like body butters were like such a cool thing to have back in the day. This one is in the shade British, not the shade, in the scent British Rose, and this is an instant glow body butter, so it's got like a little bit of shimmer in it, but I'm just addicted to the British Rose scent. But I also love mango, I love the strawberry one, I love all of them. They're just such nice thick body creams. They're not something that I'm gonna like slap on in the morning and run out the door. It's the kind of thing that you put on after a night shower, after a bath, in the nighttime, because it does take a little bit of time to absorb into your skin. There's a few different versions. I think you can get them for like normal, dry, and very dry skin, so they're going to have like varying thicknesses, but just in general, I'm a huge fan of body butters. Lastly, I want to mention this guy. Super versatile, great for hair, face, and body. It's coconut oil. Super cheap if you don't want to invest in like a facial oil or adding anything really new into your routine, but you do want to add a little bit of moisture. I think that this is great. Really hyped up. People seem to have very different experiences with it as well, so it breaks some people out. I haven't had that, but I have used it on my face probably 2 years ago. I had no problems with it breaking me out. It did add a little bit of moisture to my skin. It isn't, I wouldn't say it's as light as like the facial oils that I mentioned, but it does add a little bit of moisture. Try like a little test spot on your face before you like rub it in. I love mixing this in with conditioners and like leaving it in my hair overnight. I'll rub it on my elbows and knees, cuticles. It's really great. I can't say that it's like a huge miracle product and it changed my life, but I think this cost like $6. It will last you forever if you're just like putting it on your body occasionally, and it's a nice, easy, and affordable way to add some moisture back into your skin. So there you have it. I hope that you found this helpful and have a few ideas of things that you may want to incorporate into your new winter skin, body, and hair care routine. Let me know down below what some of your saviors are, and if you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!